friends, and welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Today I have a really fun collaboration for you. It is with some of my very special friends and it's all about cardboard. But first of all, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brenda and this is my Oliver, and if you are returning, you know we love you. So hold on tight for a lot of fun and laughter. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Okay, here's DIY number 1. So I normally show you what I'm going to use for my DIYs, but I wasn't sure with this one exactly what I was going to use other than the cardboard and paint. So I started off with a piece of cardboard here, and I'm just cutting this down. This is going to be the front of my she shed birdhouse. And once I had that done, I used it to mark on another piece of cardboard the height of that piece, and then I'm just drawing an angle at the top to that mark that I made. Then I'm going to cut that out, and I made 2 of these. Once I had those all cut out, I am going to hot glue these 2 with the diagonal tops to the front piece, just like you see me doing right here. And then I'm going to do the second one. And you guys, I hate to admit this, but I am using cardboard that I used for my last project for Oliver's doghouse because he just wasn't using it. He wouldn't go near it, and it was taking up so much room in my living room. So there I just took a piece and I hot glued it to the top for a roof, and then I hot glued a back piece as well. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess that was the back piece. Now I'm hot gluing the roof. So I just cut these down. I did not do any measurements. I just kind of eyed everything. And then I painted the inside and out with my white chalk paint. After it was all dry, I took this little flower pot from Dollar Tree and I'm just tracing around it. This is going to be the hole. And I am going to use my black Sharpie here to go around and color in that hole. Now I could have probably cut it out and made a real hole, but I just felt like coloring it in instead. So then I took some skewers and I'm just cutting pieces down so that I can make a window on the outside. And then I also cut some pieces down to make the front fence that I'm going to put on the front of this. So after I had these pieces down for the window, I am going to hot glue them in place just like you see me now. I think it would have been nicer if I would have painted these first because I had a heck of a time trying to paint them because of course I got paint on the house, so I had to touch up the paint on the house. Anyways. So once I had my window pieces all in there, then I took this little piece here. This one I did paint, and I'm going to use this as the perch right underneath that circle. Then I'm going to hot glue the house down to a base that I also had painted white as well. And I did make that base to go out just a little farther than the house. Then this is where I'm taking my little fence post here that I also painted. I wised up this time. And I am hot gluing them down in place. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue on the top. And I'm going to add a longer piece of that skewer on top to make the top part of the fence. And then I do the same thing on the sides here. And it does take a little bit of work to get them all to sit on top of each other, and it does look a little crooked, but you know what, I don't care. I think it's fine because hey, you know, it's a birdhouse. It's not gonna be perfect. So then I took another piece and hot glued it to the middle. Then I took some of these bamboo reed sticks. I have them in my Amazon store. I love these things. I painted them black, and I'm just going to hot glue the longer one in front of on the bottom part of that birdhouse. And then I'm going to do the side ones, or one on each of the side. Then I took my ink and a little makeup sponge, and I'm just dabbing all around that roof. And I'm just pretty much doing a heavy coat. I probably should have done a lighter coat. But then after that, I took some Elephant by Waverly, and I'm doing the same thing. And then I took my Silver Lining by Waverly, and I'm going over that as well. And then I'm just going to go over it again with some Elephant and then again with some ink until I had the look that I liked. It kind of gives it that galvanized look. Then I took another piece that I had painted of cardboard, a smaller piece, and I added my she shed wording. And then I'm just going to go around the edges of the cardboard with some jute rope here because nobody wants to see those ugly edges. And then after I went all the way around it, I hot glued this to the top of my birdhouse. I'm sorry this wasn't in frame. Then I took some more of that twine and I went around all the edges of my birdhouse so that you don't see all the cardboard edges there. And after that, I think that was all there was. I did find a little bird in my stash that I got from Amazon that I added to the perch, and there it is. I think it is super cute. I got this idea. I saw it on Pinterest or online somewhere. I don't even know what stores sell something like this, but I just thought it was adorable. I wanted to recreate it. You have to let me know what you think about it as well. Okay, today is the Mystery Cardboard Challenge, and the way this challenge works is we each were challenged to create a specific item out of cardboard. We also included racetracks that we had to use in our creations today. Or at least in one of the projects. Then we could create anything after that. I was challenged by Amanda at 6 Kids and a Glue Gun, and I challenged Jackie at Crafting in Mimi's World. I will have the playlist link in my description box so that you can follow along to see what everyone else was challenged to make. Okay, so here's DIY number 2. Excuse me guys, my allergies are bugging the heck out of me today. Okay. I am using my Waverly chalk paint in the color white. I am using this napkin I got from DECOUPAGEnapkin.com, and then this little breadboard from Dollar Tree. I don't know why it is a little out of focus here, but it will get better. So I started off by trying to remove all of this paper on the front. Now it has like a plastic coating over it, which was kind of weird. But once I got it all removed, which took a little bit because I did end up using my water method where you spritz it and then scrape it. Then I painted it white, and here I'm just adding my Mod Podge to the front of my breadboard, and then I'm going to remove, while that was drying, I'm removing the plies from that napkin and using the water method to go around the image just to rip it so it has better lines for decoupaging. But I really wish I would have just done my fussy cutting because I did not like the way this turned out. You could see that napkin, and so I had to do, well, I ended up doing some distressing to try to help cover that. But here I'm just taking my regular parchment paper you use in the kitchen and a heat press, and I'm just going over that napkin to reactivate the Mod Podge so that the napkin adheres to it. And I noticed there the tail feathers had bent over, so I was able to get them back into place and then use my heat press to secure it. After that, I went ahead and covered it again with my Mod Podge. Now, you might be wondering why I'm not using cardboard. Like I said, we don't have to use cardboard for all of this stuff. We can if we wanted to. But for my challenge item, I felt like I needed to do something small, and you'll see why here in a little bit. So after that, this is where I took my elephant chalk paint, and I'm just doing some distressing all around the edge and a little bit in the middle just to kind of help cover some of the napkin that you could see. Then I took this little wood piece. I got this from Woodpecker's Craft. It's a little stand. I painted it white and did a little distressing on that as well. I took some red gingham ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I'm just making a regular shoestring bow. And then I'm going to dovetail the ends first, and then I'm going to take some twine here. And I think I end up just making a little shoestring bow with that too, yes. And then I'm just going to hot glue that shoestring bow onto the gingham bow, and then hot glue that to the front of my breadboard. And that's super easy, guys. But I think it's really cute. You have to let me know what you think about this one as well. And my projects in the next few weeks are probably going to be easy because I have grandsons coming and I'm trying to get them all done before they come. Okay, I want to thank all my subscribers. You guys, I thank you so much for being here every week. You guys mean the world to me. And if you're new here and enjoyed today's video, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything and it means the world to me. And then make sure you guys give me that thumbs up and comment and watch those ads because that really helps support my channel and gets it out for others to see. And then if you'd like to follow me on social media, you can find the links to my social media accounts as well as my affiliate accounts in the description box below. Okay, here's DIY number 3. Another super easy one, you guys. So I'm going to start out using my Waverly chalk paint in the color Pink Cloud. This blessed word, I think I got it at Hobby Lobby at Christmas or at Thanksgiving last year, or for the fall. Those burlap flowers from Dollar Tree, this cute little sign from Dollar Tree that I just found, and then this paper pack that I got I think it was last fall from Hobby Lobby. So I started out by pushing that back of the sign out. It was just stuck in there with some brad nails, and it came right out. You just have to just push a little bit and it came right out. After that, I took that back and I'm tracing it on the back side of the paper that I'm going to use, and then I cut that paper all out. And after I have this all cut out, I am going to use this Elmer's Craft Bond spray adhesive onto my back here, and then I'm just going to add my paper to the front. Once that was done, I took my Pink Cloud paint and I'm just painting this blessed word all around the front, and then I also went around and painted those burlap flowers. And I just think this, oh, I love the way this came out. I love that paper with these colors. It just looks, to me, it looks very country-ish, and that's what I like about it. Then I took some hot glue and I just went around the edge of the back of the frame here, and then I'm just going to add the back with my paper on it right to the back there. Just hold it in place for a few seconds. Then I'm going to hot glue these flowers right into place, one on the top and one on the bottom. And then instead of gluing the blessed word, I decided to use some of those what do they call them? Glue dots. And oh, I guess I hot glued the other flower there too. I ran out of the actual glue dots, but the pieces that go around the dots, you can use them as well too. So I'm just cutting them down so that they fit right behind my blessed word, and I am just going to add that right in the middle of my sign. And then I'm just going to take some twine and make a quadruple finger bow, and I'm just wrapping my fingers like you see. I wrap them 4 times there. I'm going to cut off a long tail. Then I'm going to take that tail, I'm going to wrap it around those loops that are right in between my fingers, come up around, and then go through that loop and pull tight. Hopefully you guys are getting it, because I've done this slow motion so much. I'm sure you guys are getting it. But I just hot glued that to the top of my sign, and that's all there was for that. It is just so adorable and so sweet. You'll just have to let me know what you think. I absolutely love that frame. It looks so country. But anyways, let me know what you think about this one as well. Okay, it is a time for a celebration of your recreation. And Connie has been busy. Look at that lamp that she made. It is so cute, and she made my little birdhouse feeder. Great job, Connie. Thank you so much. And then Kathy, she's getting ready for the holidays. I love it. I love your pumpkin and your gingerbread. Oh, man, girl, I love those. You're speaking my alley. And then Dusty, oh my goodness, girl, this is beautiful. I just love that. In fact, I think I might have that stamp. I'm gonna have to look or transfer. If you have a creation or recreation that you would like me to showcase for you, you can send pictures to my email address that's listed there, or you can send them to me through Instagram or Facebook Messenger, and I am always thrilled to showcase them for you. I always love seeing what you guys are making as well. Okay, here's the challenge item, and look how crooked the top part is. Oh my word. Oh, okay, so I'm going to start out with some beads. I think those are 12 or 15 inch. My Waverly chalk paint in the color white. These came from some vinyl, vinyl rolls. And then I'm going to use some, I ended up using, I think, 6 of those race car tracks. Luckily, I had extra. And then cardboard. Again, from Oliver's Castle, as C calls it. So I start off by taking my pizza pan and tracing out a circle. Then I took this splatter screen and made another circle. And then I took this sign from Dollar Tree and made a smaller circle. So I have 3 different size circles, and then I cut them all out. I did this, I made 2 of each size, and I'm going to hot glue both of them together. I probably maybe should have done 3. I wanted to do this so that it would be more stable. And it feels pretty stable, but I kind of wish I would have done 3 layers instead. So here I am trying to cut the edges off of these tracks. Now I'm starting by trying to keep my box cutter right underneath that groove, and I thought it was working okay. I probably need a sharper blade, but then I just thought it was I was getting crooked. So I thought, okay, what if I cut off the top part here, just kind of going underneath it and cutting it? I should have just left it at that. But then I thought, okay, now it'll be easier to see where that groove is and I can cut. Oh yeah, I can really cut straight. No, I cannot cut straight for the life of me. Oh my goodness. I was getting pieces like crazy going. My knife was going everywhere. And I was even trying to like just hold the knife and pull the racetrack, trying to keep it straight. But yeah, as I was hot gluing them on, I'm like, oh my goodness. I even tried to use scissors to kind of straighten some of them out a little bit. So if you recreate something like this, just have, you know, work a little, maybe a little slower, be a little more patient than me at cutting these things out so that they're straight. So I just went and hot glued them all around each round of my rounds. And then I took this, I don't know, this roll, and I used super glue and hot glue and glued it to the base. This is the bottom one. And then I thought, wait a minute, that's going to be super, super tall. And so I thought, okay, the next one I'm going to cut down. So I'm cutting it down with my box cutter here and trying to make it as straight as possible. And then I decided to remove the top, that one that I had hot glued or glued on there, and cut that one down too. But before I put it back on, I added some of these beads. Now I think these are either 25 or 30 millimeter beads. I was hoping to have enough to go over all of the different rounds, but I only had enough to cover the bottom. I didn't have enough to cover the other sizes. So here I had to cut one in half because there wasn't enough room. So I just used my miter shears and cut it in half and then hot glued this on. After I had that done, I just took my smaller beads here and went around and hot glued the other two tiers. Just went and hot glued them all. And after that, I took my super glue and my hot glue here, and I am just going around the base of that roll and hot gluing it to the middle. And then I'm going to put hot glue and super glue on the top, and I am going to add the second layer round to the top of that, just like you see. Sorry guys, Oliver wants in his bed and I have stuff all over in it. Then I took some of this paper. I love this paper. I got this from Temu, but I used all of it on this, and I found it in Amazon too. So Amazon has it as well. I tried to use that, sorry guys. There you go, Oliver. He won't even stay laying there. I know he won't. Anyways, I tried to cut that paper using that piece that came off the pizza pan. Thought maybe that would help me. Oh my gosh. No, I had a heck of a time. It was ripping on me. It was, yeah, it was a heck of a time. Plus, I was running out of it. So I really ended up having to kind of scrap my way around it. If I wasn't in such a hurry to get stuff done before my grandsons came, I would have just waited till the stuff I ordered came in. But I really have a lot that I need to get done before they get here, and so I just didn't have time to wait, so I just ended up putting scraps on it. So again, this is for your inspiration. So after I fiddled around here, and I know, I'm sorry you're not seeing a lot of it because it's just too tall for where my camera is. I just tried to show you the tiers that you could see. I went and I took some of my braided jute cord here, and I'm just going to hot glue it all the way around the inside, just around the corner there like you see. And I did that on all 3 trays because I thought that would help you not see the edge of that paper. And then after that, it all fell apart. I accidentally knocked it over and it all came apart and it ripped. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I took some of these 3-inch wood rounds that I had, and I'm just going to add the paper to it like you see. And then I cut a hole and tried to cut it in the middle as much as I could. And then I connected it to the bottom. I just felt like these things needed a little bit more stability. So I used my super glue and hot glue there to connect them back onto each row. And before I connected them to the bottom one, I took my twine and I'm just going to wrap this because it just, even though I didn't show this part, you guys, before I put the paper on here, I went and took it out to spray paint it, and I ran out of spray paint before I could finish it. Oh my gosh, this thing was giving me heck, you guys. And it was easy, but I was just, everything that could go wrong was going wrong. So here I'm just adding that, I'm just using super glue here and then my accelerant to get it to adhere faster, which takes about 10 seconds. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to use my super glue and then I'm just going to spray it with, I think, let's see, I'm using the super glue here. I'm going to put this on the bottom of the 2 tiers that are there. Oh, I guess I use hot glue, super glue and hot glue instead, I think. I don't know what I'm doing. Yep, that's what I did. Okay. So then I'm just going to connect those two. So I did spray paint it. I would have liked to have spray painted it more because you could kind of get a hint of the orange. But like I said, I ran out of paint. So here I decided, okay, the racetracks are really crooked. Maybe if I hot glue some more of the jute rope, it would cover it. But yeah, no, look how crooked that is. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But you know what? It is what it is. It was fun to make. I learned a lot. If you want to make one out of cardboard, hey, there is your template. Just don't do what I did. Okay, here is the final reveal of everything that I made for you today. You have to let me know in the comment box below what you think of them. If you're going to try making anything with cardboard, I'd love to know. And I will be back on Sunday with another video. So with all that being said, you guys, don't forget to check out everybody else to see what they were challenged. I can't wait to see what everyone was challenged to create. But anyways, with all that being said, have a blessed weekend, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.